From Megan admitting she lied about what Tory did to her.
So how did that happen to you? Glass?
To Ruby Rose being involved with rappers when she was a minor.
Yeah, well, you're 21. It couldn't have been that long ago.
This are times female celebrities confirmed to crazy confessions. The first confession came during an emotional Instagram live session back in August 2020. Megan the Stallion, with thousands of people watching, claimed that Tory was the one who shot her in the foot after a pool party at Kylie Jenner's house. She also accused his publicist of trying to twist the story, saying they were spreading false information to make her look bad. Megan was hospitalized and later underwent surgery due to the injury.
I was shot in both of my feet, and I had to get surgery, get the bullets taken out, and it was super scary.
Then, 3 years later on August 8th, 2023, a judge sentenced Tory to 10 years in prison for the shooting. But well before that verdict, Megan sat down with Gayle King on ABC to discuss what happened.
I was really scared because I had never been shot at before.
At one point in that interview, Gayle directly asked Megan if she had ever been intimate with Tory, and Megan's answer was very clear.
Did you have a sexual relationship with Tory Lanez? Yes, that's my question.
I didn't have a relationship with Tory.
But fast forward a year, and in her Amazon Prime documentary, Megan admits she wasn't being honest about that part of their relationship.
Yes, I lied to Gayle King. First of all, I didn't know that you were gonna ask me about that shit, but she's always gonna talk about the shooting. Why'd you ask me about Tory? That's not what this is about. Even if I was, I once, maybe twice, on a drunk night, but you kept catching me out of my mind.
That quiet reversal had people online questioning everything. Some even began to wonder if she had been shot at all. It didn't help that, initially, Megan told police she'd hurt herself stepping on glass, only to later say she was shot. And to complicate things further, DJ Academics posted police body cam footage. The footage seemed to line up with her original story. It shows Megan limping, and it really did look like she might have stepped on glass.
Back to the sound of my voice. Keep your hands up. Move back to the sound of my voice. Move back. Keep going. Keep going.
So that had some folks thinking, could Tory have been convicted without the full truth being laid out? Was something missing? Well, recently this whole situation has been settled by a leaked video showing the truth of what happened.
What's that?
Do you think we're gonna go to jail?
I don't know. We're trying to figure it all out.
I cannot go to jail.
Okay.
I cannot have that on my image.
Okay.
She got shot?
I didn't get shot.
Oh, you did it?
Oh, man. I mean, no such.
So how did that happen to you?
Glass.
Glass? Where?
Where we were coming from.
Shifting to something else that's been getting attention. Ruby Rose back in 2019, she sat down for an interview with DJ Vlad, but the footage didn't surface until recently. And after watching it, fans quickly figured out why Vlad had held it back. Ruby opened up about her past relationships, revealing names that hadn't been made public until now. She said she had dated both 21 Savage and Travis Scott when she was younger.
Travis Scott.
When I was younger.
21 Savage.
When I was younger.
Normally that might not raise too many eyebrows, but here's the thing. Ruby was only 21 when that interview was recorded, so naturally people started doing the math. Vlad picked up on that too, and didn't hesitate to press for more details. Ruby's expression said more than words could.
It's not too bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. You pick some strong, you know what I mean?
And I was with them like a long time ago, like.
Yeah, well, you're 21. It couldn't have been that long ago.
I'm just kidding. No,
I mean,
I don't know.
At least I hope so.
Then came another shocking moment. Ruby claimed that during an argument, Playboy Carti, who she was dating at the time, actually fired a gun at her. A claim that Sirius could have landed Carti in legal trouble, so it makes sense why Vlad kept that interview under wraps for a while, but eventually it was released to the public.
Me and him were crazy, so like we were young, crazy. I lived in the hood. He would always shoot his gun off my balcony. We got in a little argument because I hid his phones before his flight, and it just was like we were outside. He like, it wasn't directly at me.
After it dropped, Vlad spoke with Adam 22 about how Carti and his team reacted. And let's just say they weren't happy.
So we got the cease and desist from his lawyers, and we're like, y'all go off for this.
Yeah.
Because if you guys are trying to claim defamation, you guys are tripping right now.
Yeah.
Because number one, the two of them were clearly in a relationship. There's drama between them. Remember at the airport, they got into like a fist fight at the airport and everything else like that. So you already have a track record of this type of thing. So if you guys think that you could get this taken down by trying to legally scare me, you're bugging right now.
Carti reportedly asked for the interview to be taken down, but Vlad stood by his decision to release it. Now let's talk about someone else who's been making headlines.
But nigga, all y'all need like an Asian eye.
Turned on? Just because there's cameras around us?
I feel like I'm just supposed to perform and do something.
What are you gonna do?
She's kind of hard to pin down. Part rapper, part media personality, and part OnlyFans creator. Her rise to fame began in 2020 when she joined the cast of Love and Hip Hop Miami. That same year, she also released her debut mixtape, Wolf, and started her OnlyFans account.
Because we did report that you made 20, 30,000 the first few days. Can you say you almost hit 1 million on OnlyFans?
Yeah,
or
I'm a millionaire. Yeah, I'm a millionaire.
By 2023, Suki had joined the cast of Baddies and was continuing to build her brand, but controversy wasn't far behind. The most recent one came from an interview she did on Bobbi Althof's podcast. During the episode, Suki made a series of surprising comments, including saying that she doesn't believe she's a musician.
You thought that all I was a magician or whatever the said.
See, that's what I think you think I said. No, I said musician, not magician.
I don't think, baby, I don't think. What is that? That's ghetto. I don't think.
I didn't say magician, Suki. I said musician. And I think you are a musician.
No, baby, I do music.
So you, just really quick, for the record, could you say you don't think you're a musician?
I'm not none of that.
But then after that, you just said I do music.
Yeah, I do music.
So, in other words, you're a musician.
No, I'm not.
Now let's shift gears to a legend, Lisa Left Eye Lopez. One of the most original and influential women in music, she was 1/3 of the iconic girl group TLC, formed in 1990, with the group's name coming from the first initials of its 3 members, T-Boz, Chili, and Left Eye. She was the creative heartbeat of the group. She had more co-writing credits than the others, designed their outfits, helped shape their image, and even contributed to the stage design for their fan mail tour. But after that album's release in 1999, she began to feel creatively stifled. It led to a brief pause in the group's activities, but her influence on TLC was undeniable. With her help, they earned 4 Grammy Awards and became one of the best-selling girl groups of all time. After Aaliyah's tragic death in 2001, Left Eye gave a few heartfelt interviews, sharing how much the loss affected her.
Couldn't swallow, especially the way that she went, because there's so many ways that you can die, and that's a pretty tragic way to go, that.
She called it one of the most painful and senseless deaths she had ever seen. And what makes it even more heartbreaking is that just 8 months later, Left Eye would pass away in a similar way. In March 2002, she travelled to Honduras for a 30-day spiritual retreat. The trip was inspired by the devastation left behind by Hurricane Mitch, and she felt a deep calling to go. She brought friends along and documented the whole journey on a handheld camera. But then something tragic happened. Just days before her own passing, Left Eye was in a car that accidentally struck a young boy named Aaron Azal Fuentes Lopez. She was shaken, especially because they shared the same last name. She later said she felt like a spirit was following her. And maybe she wasn't wrong, because not long after, while driving through La Ceiba, Honduras, she swerved to avoid another vehicle, lost control, hit 2 trees, and flipped the SUV several times. She was thrown from the car and died instantly from severe head injuries. Everyone else survived, but she didn't. Here's the clip.